Hello everyone, good evening. How are you doing? Good? Okay, so some of you watching this might wonder, hey, how come there's another video with the same name, right? Um, because I made a video with the same title earlier this evening, and the sound quality was really not good. Okay, and now that I have some time to think about it, I thought that, hey, I actually have some new ideas to share about. Yeah, and I haven't really fully explained uh, certain things that I find are important. So that's why I'm redoing this video again. Okay, so if you're watching this, this is the final version, the final version. Okay, so in today's episode, let's talk about this idea of get rich quick schemes. Like, how did this come about? Okay, I was reading the Straits Times. Okay, in fact I saw some Facebook posts that referenced an article in the Straits Times where it talked about certain gurus in Singapore. Okay, where they were teaching subjects like e-commerce or how to start a business. Okay, and they in the marketing they phrase it in a way like an investment. Okay, so you invest this amount of money and your return will be a multiple fold, okay, based on what you have learned. If you are able to apply this to set up your own e-commerce business or you start your own business. Okay, so uh, and okay, the opinion was divided. Some people say, hey, that's a good thing. Some people say that's a bad thing, and some people say, oh, that's a scam. You know, that's a scam because they're teaching you how to get rich quick, right? And I think in Singapore, there's a lot of people with this idea that get rich quick is scam. So let's talk about it. Is it really true that get rich quick strategy is always a scam? Now, if you ask any friend who are in business, okay, or if you are in business yourself, right, that includes all the self-employed professionals or sales professionals, like financial planners or real estate agents. Okay, so if you're in the market, you will know that in the market there are always opportunities. There are always opportunities, right? Where uh, it opens that there is a short window of opportunity where if the right person with the right resources sees on it, they will be able to make exponential amount of money in a short period of time. So that is a real thing. Like for example, if you are doing real estate, you will know there are certain properties that are undervalued, right? Where if you know the right strategy to negotiate and buy, you are able to flip it for a pretty healthy profit, okay, in a very reasonable time period. Or if you are an investor, you will know that there are certain windows of opportunities in things like cryptocurrency or FX, right? Where you know certain events are going to happen and that's going to affect the market in a certain way, and that will uh, that the right person with the right knowledge will be able to make some money out of it. So make get um, making money in a short period of time is something that is real. Okay, when you're in the market, either you have done it yourself or you have known people who have done it. Now, so when we look at all these strategies that teach about how to get rich quick, okay, it's not that's why it's not too far of a stretch, right? For people who already know this to say that, hey, you know, if we know how to spot these windows of opportunities reliably, if we know certain insider information that the public doesn't know, or if we are able to know certain strategies that are not well known yet, that are working well for certain people, then maybe we would have this window of opportunity to make money as well. And that's what people are paying for when they go for this kind of courses that teach you about making money quickly. Okay, they are paying for strategies proven to work. Okay, for certain certain scenarios. okay, that maybe not everyone already knows. Okay, so for each of these kind of causes, right, of course, there are some causes that are outright scams where they make a lot of false claims and they exaggerate the results, and turns out that nobody actually had this kind of results, right? When they had the cost. Okay, so that is downright unethical and is definitely something that we will consider a scam. Okay, but on the other hand, there are also causes um, that have success stories. They have success stories. Okay, they have uh, past students, okay, past participants who will stand up for them, who will say that, hey, this thing actually worked for me, and I actually made quite a bit of money from it, and I took my business to the next level, or something like that. Okay, so they had a pool of people who actually had massive results, right? And there are a pool of people who got so-so results, and a bigger pool of people with no results. Okay, so what do you call them? Do you call them scams? I think it's very hard to call them scams, right? Because they have people who actually got results from the training, right? So there is actually a group of people who got results and they are featured in the success stories. So I don't see how you can call things like these scams when certain people did get the benefit. Okay, the reason why some people think they are scams is like this. Okay, because in any program, okay, whether it's conducted by world famous trainers like Tony Robbins, down to programs that are conducted by trainers locally, uh, there is always a very small proportion, maybe 5 to 10%, that have exponential results, the kind that are featured in the success stories, the kind that are featured in the news article, the kind that are featured in videos that say this thing changed my life. There's always this small 5 to 10% group of these people, okay, that are featured, that have results good enough to be featured like this. Then there's another close to 25% of people who got some kind of result from it. Maybe it's not a big result, but their life had some kind of improvement after they did this kind of training. Okay. Whereas for the rest, for the vast majority of people, okay, maybe more than 50%, sometimes there could be no results. Zero. And that's where the skepticism comes from, because the bigger skeptics are often the ones who have been burned after they go to certain seminars and then they got zero benefit out of it. Okay, because sometimes, a lot of times it can be more than 50% of the people, right? And why is that? Okay, if you ask trainers, okay, a lot of them might say things like, oh, it's because they don't practice it consistently, or they don't want to get out of their comfort zone, or they never learn the material in depth, right? But there is actually another explanation behind it. And this is the explanation that I personally experienced. Okay, so from my point of view, it is extremely valid. Okay, so which is that everybody have different strengths. Okay, my strengths are not your strengths, and your strengths are not the trainer's strengths. Now, when we learn a system from a trainer, when we learn a strategy from a trainer, okay, we are learning what works based on their strengths. Okay, we are not learning what works based on our strengths. Now, if we are lucky, okay, one or two of our strengths might be very close to the trainer's strengths. So when that happens, this strategy will work especially well for this group of people. Okay, when their strengths are close. For example, if the trainer is someone who likes to influence people, he's an influencer, okay, he enjoys being able to change people's minds about something, okay, he enjoys being able to turn people's no into yes, okay, and you attend his sales training. Now, the people who enjoy doing that will have a lot of fun, and they will have a lot of energy, and they will have a lot of they might have a lot of result from following his method, right? If they are influencers or they love to influence people. Now, if you join his sales workshop and you don't like to influence people, okay, you might find that it's really hard to use what he's teaching you, because he's approaching it from the viewpoint that every salesperson should like to influence people. Okay, so if you don't like to influence people, but you are a salesperson, then you are a lousy salesperson. That is what normal thinking will be like. Okay, because most people don't know that there's this thing called strengths. Most people think that everyone's potential is the same. Everyone can learn everything, and all our instincts the same. So remember, what's the golden rule? The golden rule is, do to others what you want others to do to you, right? But if you accept the concept of strengths, then you will know that what everybody wants is different. What motivates every person is different, right? What energizes every one person is different. What each person find natural is different. And that is why when you follow the strategy of a trainer whose strengths are not similar to yours, you will find it very difficult to implement whatever he says. Okay, for if I give you another example, for example, if you join MLM, okay, and MLM, one of their favorite tactics is, you call up your old classmates for lunch. Maybe you can find your primary 4 classmate, primary 5 classmate, just call them out for lunch, and then you invite them to come with you for this seminar or workshop where they talk about all this MLM stuff, right? Now, if you're the type who really hate to socialize, okay, you don't keep in touch with your classmates, and then you suddenly call them now because you feel like, the trainer tells me I need to do that, right? Then you're going to have, yes, you are trying to get out of your comfort zone, but it's not in a direction that you want to go, right? It's not something that you find really important in your life, that, I want to reconnect back with my old friends, right? You're just doing it because you want the results, right? And to the people you are doing it to, it feels very fake, it feels very false, it feels like you are actually making use of them, right? And to you, you feel like, hey, I actually don't want to do this, but no choice, because the trainer is asking me to do it, so I do it, because that's how I can succeed in the industry, right? So strategies like this make assumptions of what people enjoy and what people don't, right? And if you don't enjoy them, you just say suck it up, and then you just go and do it because you need to get out of your comfort zone. Okay. So having said that, what could be a better way to do it? Okay, so now we know that there is really such a thing as windows of opportunity to make money exponentially. Okay, does it mean that, if you find a course where the trainer strength is very close to yours, you will be able to get these windows of opportunity to make money quickly, so you can get rich quick as well, if you know your own strengths? Now, here we come to another concept, which is the idea of why certain people can get exponential results from a program and most people cannot. And that is the foundation. Okay, how much foundation each person has. Now, if a person already have the right network, okay, and they already have the right skill sets, they already have the right knowledge, they have the right experience, and all they are lacking is this final tweak to their mindset, to their method, or this tiny tweak that will inspire them to say, hey, why don't I try this? Okay, these are the type of people who get exponential results. Okay, these are the people who get exponential results because the foundation is already there. Okay, they are already doing a lot of things to try to get the result, and this is one of them, and this just happened to hit it on the mark, and that's why they got the result. Okay, now if you're talking about people who are there people who never did anything for 20 years in their life, and then suddenly they try this method and they got a good result? Yes, but they are exceedingly rare. Okay, they are not the norm. They are like 1-2 cases, maybe 10,000 cases or something like that. And are you sure you are one in the 10,000 kind of? You have a 1 in 10,000 kind of chance of hitting it. Right? Imagine that you have to go for 10,000 seminar just to find one possible chance like it. Does it sound very likely? No, right? Okay, so people who make it like that, there's a very huge amount of luck for them to be able to do that. Okay, whereas the ones who actually got their result, most of them already have very solid foundations. They are already doing things in that direction. They are very clear on what they want to do. They just need that last tweak to get everything right, and then their results will just exponentially increase. Okay, so to answer the question, yes, there is such a thing as get rich quick, but only for people who are ready. Only for people whose foundation is ready, then they will get the get rich quick effect. Okay, for people who have no foundation, right? For people who have nothing, or people who are just starting out, it's a very long way. It's a very long way to build a foundation. Because when you have nothing, then how are you going to get rich quick? There's not enough value to offer the marketplace. There's not enough value to offer other people. You get what I mean? Right? So this whole but the irony is that all these courses that teach about get rich quick, okay, the way they do their marketing is anybody, even a newcomer, even someone with no experience, never tried it before, can get exponential results in a hurry, can get exponential results quickly. And I think that it's really just not true. That's not true. Okay, it gives people a lot of false impression that absolute newbies are the ones who are best suited to do this thing. Okay, in my experience, there's never any course where absolute newbies are the ones who are best at doing this. Never. It's just a marketing gimmick. Okay, and that's the reason why this industry is losing a lot of trust with people, because they do not dare to tell the truth. And the truth is, you need the foundation before you can talk about getting rich quick. You don't have, and foundation is something that nobody ever want to talk about, because it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of effort, there's a lot of possible failure with not much returns. Okay, so I hope this has given you some new ideas, and inspiration about how we can look at get rich quick programs in the marketplace, so that next time if a friend join you or you see on Facebook and say, hey, join our get rich quick program, then we don't automatically have only 2 responses, which is, oh, it's a scam, or oh, I must join now, because if I don't join, then there's no more seats left, then I will miss the opportunity of my life, right? Which is what most people actually do, right? They either are so fearful that they don't understand it, that they just keep saying it's a scam, or they say that, if it's not a scam, then I must join it, I cannot miss out, fear of missing out. Okay, both are not very healthy way of looking at it. Okay, so with that, I'm going to end today's episode. If you have any questions, feel free to PM me, right? And if you're kind of wondering, okay, so after talking about this, how do I know what's my strengths? I will encourage you to try out this strengths assessment called Standout 2.0, okay, which is a scientifically validated strengths assessment created by world-class psychiatrists and psychometric researchers. Okay, I'm going to put the link in the comments below. Okay, currently during COVID period, they are giving it away for free. And after you do the assessment, there's a 14-page report that you can download and read for yourself. Okay, so I would strongly encourage you to try that. There's really no downside, and it only takes about 15 minutes. Okay, And with that, thank you for listening tonight, and I will see you in the next video.